Welcome, everybody. Welcome to just a Sunday Funday show. There's another topic. It's just a Sunday Funday show. It ain't no really main topic show tonight, but we're here live. I hope everybody can hear me well. I got a fan blowing it because it's hot as hell in here right now. So, just chilling, guys. I want to see if anybody wants to come who's here. Let's see. There's the G Major. What's going on, brother? Haven't been on much lately, guys. I got to get back over on Vasco's show. I just been tied up, man. I don't know. And this week, man, I know you. It's been a freaking crazy ass week, man. Massive losses in entertainment, in pop culture. Hell, we lost a lot of people from the '80s. We lost Ozzy. We lost Hulk Hogan. We lost. I forgot his name from the Cosby Show. Golden Earrings lead singer Phil Collins is. They say he's in hospice now, so he's could be any day for him. And there's a few others, but it's just just crazy week, pop culture and all that. But he said, "Hey, Faith, what's going on? Hot up here in Detroit too. Is it hot up there? This weather is crazy. It is crazy going on, man. I mean, and you know what's crazy thing? They said that." Up there, it's supposed to flip pretty soon. Y'all gonna get cold weather. Y'all supposed to get cold weather earlier this year than normal. So I don't know what the hell's going on. It's between the tornadoes, the flash flooding, and we haven't gotten what they've got, but like in Texas and New Mexico and then a couple other areas. But it's been raining a lot. Last week got 2 days of 5-6 inches of rain. And just extremely hot. Heat index. Right now we're cooking with the heat index. Heat index today 106, 107. Last week it was 113. It was 2 days. I was out there and I'm having to pressure wash my job, and it is just we've been getting the rain, and then the heat index after just boiling that rain, boiling that heat and all that. Just God Almighty, it's crazy. They said 3 days of heat, then really, but the heat, that's you got to stay hydrated. That's the thing of here. They're telling everybody got to stay hydrated because it's just you go out right now. I just went out there and fed my animals. That's why I look like hell. I'm sweating like crazy, and it's just feel like you're in a microwave, just hot. There ain't like no air blowing. Just you can just see the haze in the air, not the purple haze. Not the purple haze, but the fucking haze. That's what you said. Not the good haze, the fucking hot ass haze. That's what you see. Yes, very hot summer. Very hot summer. Yeah, damn it. Yep, it is, man. Lily, she was over there with the birds and stuff. I don't know if she's going live or not. She might be fixing something right now for the kids and stuff. Gee, man, one reason I haven't. This is another thing. I just been tied up in. I didn't even do my puppet show with snow last night. I hurt my damn shoulder, and I couldn't even. I couldn't hardly lift this freaking arm, hardly at all last night. It hurt so bad, and I was like, God, I love doing puppets and stuff with the guys, but damn, hold a puppet up for I couldn't. I would have been. I had hard enough sleeping last night. I was like, God, if I'd have been that puppet, holding that puppet, and my arm would have been just freaking. I've been screeching all kind of noises. So I was like, nah, I'm just gonna take it off tonight. Try to heal it up, get it all better. But I haven't. No, there's nothing. I hadn't seen any movies, man. I hadn't seen the Jurassic World. I didn't see Megan. I hadn't seen what else was supposed to Superman. I hadn't seen Fantastic Four. I hadn't seen any of them. So I was like, fuck. And I didn't even watch. I haven't watched any television. So I said, it's hard. I didn't want to go on a show and and I haven't seen one damn movie. Hadn't seen. So it's kind of hard to talk about something you hadn't seen. I've seen the previews on the commercials, but that doesn't count. So I was like, I don't want to get them. I just like a sore thumb with you guys. I mean, if I'm just there and I hadn't seen a damn thing, I ain't got nothing to talk about. And say, oh, that's cool, that's good. I can lie about it, but like some YouTubers, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather come in fresh, and it's been just a long summer. But we've had a lot of people out where I work, and I went on vacation a couple times, and then coming back and just trying to get back in shape. So back, when we get this back in shape, actually, I'll be less busy when we get back to school because it'll be everything be kids be in school. So now get kids out of school. Yes, now. So you like that, G man? I felt that. I love that, man. I would put a background over there. I got my stuff on top, and I was like, man, I had like a disco thing, but I thought it was sweet. It's got if you can see it all the way to the grain, it's got the guitar like here. It's like, I love my Jimi Hendrix, man. Well, with Hulk Hogan, man, so they got the Hogan in the back interviewed by Mean Gene. So, salute the Hulk, man. I went to a wrestling show Friday night, and I had the Hulk shirt on. Everybody had the Hulk shirts on. All good, man. Everybody was loved because that was his thing. That was his intro when he was in WO, man. Jimmy, baby. Yeah, but it's all good. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna get just tell basketball. I ain't forgot about it. I just don't feel. I've watched something. I try to stay from spoilers, but that's because I hadn't seen the movies. But I just I don't want to be in there sore thumb. Yeah, I like at least being there and be able to talk to you guys and and just not know what the hell I'm talking about. But I gotta get back to it. I'll go watch. I mean, I just ain't had, like I said, it's just been tight and all that. I haven't been able to go to see any movies. It's hard now. We don't have theater in town, so like I said, I got to go with the coast to go, and it's just a little tight summer, all that stuff. Funds are a little low, so especially kids home, so I got to wait down a little bit. So I got HBO Max, got Peacock, so I'm gonna get to see them. I'm just gonna wait on them. Oh, I did. Well, I did get to see. What was it? I did get to see the Captain America 4. I liked it. It was pretty good. I mean, there's parts I wish they would have did different, but it wasn't a bad movie. I would give it a good solid B plus. I thought it was a pretty good movie. It's rewatchable. That's like some of them, it's rewatchable. Like I said, it's not the best, but it's it's not. It is definitely it's mid top. Middle mid top. So for me, it was pretty good. The Thunderbolts I haven't seen yet, so I cannot say on that one yet. But so we'll see. See on that one. Have a week of summer camp, and then I'm off for a week. Oh, you better enjoy it because it's coming back real quick. Nice. Let's say Superman, Phantom, go see Megan 2. Nah. Well, how about Jurassic World? What about that one? Or was it a Rebirth, right? How about that one? Yeah, that sucks because Megan 1 was pretty good. And my wife wanted to, she was thinking about going, but it didn't make no money, so I was like, man. I heard Superman's good. I want to see Superman. I want to see all three. Them three I wanted to see. Even if the Jurassic World's not as good as the old ones, I just wanted them, I like to see it, check it out. Not big. Captain 4, B minus. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't their top tier, but it wasn't, wasn't no Eternals and Captain Marvel and all that standard. It was mid. It was like little mid high. I would say mid high. It was decent. I know Danny's. He was. I mean, it was good. I mean, it wasn't. I got nothing. It was nothing yet. Like I said, there was parts that could have been a little different. And, things. I mean, the leader. I wish they would have made him a little bit more like he's supposed to be. I mean, that was the only thing. But it wasn't bad. Like I said. I mean, like somebody said, they should have not, spoiled the Red Hulk so much in the, the previews and stuff. But they could have added a few other things in there, but it wasn't bad. It's rewatchable. It's not a big dinosaur. I'm a big fan of dinosaurs. Yeah. Some people, like I said, I know somebody saw it, said it was not as good, but. It's, I'll just take a look, see you never get a chance. I'll wait till it comes on Peacock. I'll be on Peacock before long. Ain't worth wasting my money on it. I saw the same thing. Well, I guess Fantastic Four. I didn't see the box office, but let me see if we can look up the box office right now. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Just screen up here. Stupid screen goes out. Oh, there we go. Let me see what the Fantastic Four ended up doing. All right, guys, bear with me here. You can see. Let me see. Guys, if y'all hear a little rumbling, that's probably my fan. It's right here behind me. It is so stinking hot in here. I gotta be able to just to survive. All right. Yeah, some of y'all probably already know, but let me just see. I had to look it up. All right. Wow. Fantastic Four won 118 million for his first week domestic. I think that's higher than Superman and Jurassic World was. So it had the highest of all three openings. Let me see what it did worldwide. So that's the main thing. All right, it did 100 million international, so 218 worldwide so far, which I don't think that's a bad opening. I don't think that's too bad. Let's see where Superman's sitting at right now. I mean, I hope all three films do good because I mean, I definitely want Superman to do good because I don't want to see another reboot, another freaking. I like James Gunn. I like his movies. I like I love Peacemaker. And, I would love to see him, his version of Batman and all that coming up. The Brave and the Bold, if he doesn't, All right, Superman is at 502 million worldwide, so it's a $500 million so far. It's almost 300 million domestic. Still really good. International's not doing the greatest, but they said leader Red Hulk should have been in the movie. Say that for the Hulk movie should have been either Serpent Society, either with a Soldier Field. Let me go back to that. Should have been either Super Serpent. Well, they had the Serpent Society partial, but they sort of didn't go all the way. With either Soldier Field, OD, MODOK. Well, they screwed MODOK up. You remember MODOK was sort of they really screwed that character up pretty bad in the one movie. So yeah. So going back to the Superman. Get over. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. Jurassic World. That's the weekend. This was 118. Fantastic Four. Superman 24.9. Jurassic World 13. F1. Well, I heard it was a good movie. 6 and Smurfs 5. I don't understand what you mean by Smurfs. Now Jurassic World is at 300 million domestic, 718 worldwide, which is pretty good. It'll probably get close to $1 billion. And it will be tough. We got the 3 movies. Fantastic Four is 200 million, so it needs to make 405. I think it. I think it'll make 4 or 5. I think it'll make. I mean, it's at almost 200, close to 250 right now, just opening week. So that's a big opening week, and it hadn't been released in all the. So yeah, I mean, the problem is it Jurassic Park and Superman were fighting for theaters, especially even worldwide, because that's 3 massive films, opening in the 1 month. That was kind of crazy that they did that. Holy crap, man. They just listed the when Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, it's not going to be in theaters till June 25th, 2027. What the hell's taking that movie so long to make? I thought they already had it made. That's the animated guy. That's the animated Spider-Man, guys. If y'all watch the Miles Morales, which why is it taking so long to make that movie? I thought it was ready to go right after the second one. I thought it was yeah, it just shows that on Mojo, Box Office Mojo. It was June 4th. Now they've already pushed it to almost July 2027. I thought it was supposed to come out this. I thought it was supposed to come out this fall or beginning of next year, but it's 2027, summer 2027, almost the end of summer 2027. I mean, I thought it was already mostly made. Oh my God. Holy moly. Well, I didn't. The first movie was excellent. The second movie was okay. To me, I mean, it was watchable. I didn't like it as much. I love the first one. The first one was excellent. But this was supposed to be the third, wrap up trilogy. I mean, whatever. But yeah, gee, you're gonna have to wait another 2 years. Right now, 2 years from today, if you want to see it. So if we're still, if all of us are still alive by then, I'm just, praying to make it every day. 2 years is a long time. That's like this Batman Part 2. If they ever do make it, man, they keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. I'm like, damn, everybody's gonna forget what the first one. They'll forget the first one completely by the time. I think we'll get the Brave and the Bold before it. So not good. So I'm sure Marvel. I'm sure Kevin Feige's happy, very happy with that opening. Now, the thing is, that's still, it's a big opening, but it's not as big as what you used to get. But for lately, that's still damn pretty good opening. 118, breaking the 100 million mark here right now is pretty good because we just ain't had no superhero or any kind of movie that's really shot up like like Avengers stuff, popping up 200 million. But that's the highest opening for a Fantastic Four movie. That's much more than any others. Fox and all that did. So finally, like The Rock says, finally, the Fantastic Four has come back to Marvel. The Gapster was in the house. What's going on, Gap? Gap, we're just talking a little movie talk right now. If about the Fantastic Four, I was just going over the box office here and all that. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see. Share screen. Let me see if I can share this thing. There it is. Let me share this thing. Yeah, here it is. Here. Let me share it. Okay, but everybody can see what I'm talking about. There we go. Now I can see there. Now I'm just talking it, and I ain't showing it. So there's the box office for this weekend, guys. CG right there. Look at that. That Spider-Man right there. Look at that. June 25th, 2027. Look at that. Ah, dang, that's a long time. That is a long stinking time until that movie came out. Michael. Oh wow! I just seen the previews of that Michael movie. That's Keanu Reeves. I thought it was Constantine Part 2, but that's the Keanu Reeves Guardian Angel type thing, and it looks pretty funny. It was supposed to be in October. They've already pushed that now to April. Wow! Damn! What a push! That's freaking 6-7 month push there. Wow! I just seen that. I just saw the previews of that like a commercial. And I was like, no, it looks pretty funny. It's got let me see. It's got get in there. TV. Let me pull it across. I can't get in there. But yeah. Wow. Said, did y'all see Fan 4 that talked about yet? Well, I hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen anything yet. Yeah, I hadn't seen any of the films. I just talking about it. I did, like I was showing. It did a very good opening. Fan Force did. Yeah, that one made about $10. I remember. I've watched that. What's funny? I've watched that movie more than I've watched Captain Marvel. Probably. I've watched it. Let me see. Let's see. Fan Force. I think I saw it in the theater, which I was like, what the fuck did I just pay for? But I think I paid it was one of them $1 or $2 showings in town when we still had a theater here. So it wasn't it cost more for fucking popcorn than watching the film. So, and then I've seen it a couple of times just to go back and remember what the hell when we were in these damn talks in there with Basco and Lonzo and Danny about just remember what the fuck it was about. So I've seen a couple. It has parts in it I like, but there's parts that it's forgettable. I'm gonna move the thing up. Sorry, guys. But, yeah. And let's see. Yeah, that's about it. But besides that, let me see. Let me move this stuff. All right, get back to that. I was talking about, this week's been been a really shitty week. Also, popcorn up, not popcorn, pop icons. Like I said, we lost the Hulk. The Hulk's back here. I get him getting interviewed by me and Gene. Of course, we lost. We lost the Ozzy. Theo from the Cosby Show. It's been a shitty week. A couple, good stars, and then if you're into rock, it was the lead singer. I think it was Golden Earring or something like that. Radar Love and all that. I think it was. He passed away too. So if you're into big rock music, oldie 80s, 70s rock music, that's another. It's a big. It's a loss. What's up, Juan? What you up to, bro? You up to? No Bears in the house tonight. I don't know, JR. I don't know where I hadn't heard from him. I talked to him 2 weeks ago, and then he's sort of hiatus again. So yeah, I don't know. Get him back on one day. One day he's like damn groundhog. He'll come up here every so often. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Yeah, it's been like a crappy week, like I said on the thing. So hopefully this week's better. Jazz trumpet Chuck. Oh shit! That's another one I didn't. I'm not familiar with, but I'm in. But I know when the music you're in, you definitely that's another. That's another loss. There was a couple. There's somebody else. There was another singer, or also passed away. I can't remember. It was another famous one. It wasn't something I listened to, but it was in different field. Well, then also music, different fields. They've said Phil Collins. They said he's got put in hospice, and once you get in hospice, hospice is sort of like Snow said the other day. You're on limited time. When my grandma, it's like when my grandma went to hospice, it was days. So, and that's a shame. That's a shame. He's a great artist, and there's a couple other. Willie Nelson is. They said he's in bad shape. Could be anytime. Alan Jackson in country music, he's in bad shape. Who else? There's a couple others. I mean, you never know. And here's the thing: is Connie Francis old school, yeah. Bear found a husky. You found a husky. And well, you never know, because Ozzy, if you're in the rock, Ozzy, we knew something was going to happen eventually, because he was lucky to do that concert. He said one time, he said, "I hope I might die in the middle of my concert," in that last concert. And you never know, but that one didn't surprise me as much because I thought he might live a little bit longer because he looked pretty good. He just couldn't walk, and he had some other complications. Hogan sort of surprised me because. He was been touring the country with his new beer thing and all that, and he didn't look like but cardiac arrest can get anybody. Can get me, can get you, could get a 10-year-old, could get a 100-year-old. You never know. You could be a 20-year-old healthy person and just kick the bucket right there. You don't even know about it. I mean, when you get up in our age, my age and anybody higher than mine, it's sort of you're in that, you got to watch it, because our body's already breaking down, and it's easier for something to happen to us. But Hogan was 71. He was 71, but he still looked good for his age. But like I said, you never know. You could have a 20-year-old star, or it be somebody as old as Clint Eastwood or Dick Van Dyke. You never know. You never know. Never know. Yeah. Rest in peace, Ozman. Ozman, the Hulkster, man. Yeah, he was one of the last. I meant well, like Ozzy, but Hulk. He was one of the last of that old '80s, you know, crew. You know, if you remember like the old rock and roll Hulk, you know, Hulk, the that crew, you know, Hulk, you know, Hogan, had back in the '80s when they had a little cartoon and stuff. The Sheik's gone, Piper's gone, Giant's gone, Mr. Perfect's gone. Well, Ted DiBiase's still alive. You got the Million Dollar Man's still alive. I think Tito Santana's still alive. Sergeant Slaughter's still alive. Jake the Snake's still alive. I mean, that's very surprising. Big John Studd. Jim Duggan's still alive. Yeah, he's still alive. Big Boss Man is dead. I'm trying to think. I don't know about Nikolai Volkov. I don't know if he's still alive or not. I'm not sure about him. Some of the old greats, man. But yeah, we've lost a lot but he was one that last real big, thing. Couldn't even tear his shirt. Probably couldn't, man. He had. Suppose when this is the thing. A couple days ago, and even Snow was talking about this. There was rumors that he had another neck surgery. He even had a little bad neck surgery, and the neck surgery went wrong or something. And Bubba the Love Sponge, Bubba, if you know the story of Bubba the Love Sponge, she's a radio personality here over in Tampa. When him and Hogan used to be tight, and I guess Hogan, after I don't know if he was still with his original wife or not. He had an affair with Bubba's wife or something over there, and then he started when Bubba said a couple. I guess when Hogan said a few choice words about the guy who was with Hogan's daughter, so he was spreading. So they sort of fell apart. They had their incidents. And like 2 or 3 days ago, he was saying Hogan was in the hospital dying or something like that. This was before it happened. So Jimmy Hart made a post a couple days before it said Hogan's in great shape and all that stuff. But how they cover up stuff. So maybe there was truth by it. That surgery something wrong. They were saying he was maybe in a coma before that, and he went so. Who knows? Just like the only thing I know, he did have a surgery a few days before this happened, and that's when your heart, because he had some some kind of neck spinal surgery, so and had put him to sleep and all that, and the stress on his heart, and he said he didn't, but in the '80s, a lot of those superstars that supposedly did steroids or stuff, and if he did, there was other things. Stuff always comes back. It's like Ozzy did a lot of drugs and stuff back in the '80s and stuff, and that did probably, cause a lot of that. But so we won't know because they'll probably keep that, in the the HIPAA, you expose health records and stuff. But he could have, that surgery could have caused it, and if they did send him home, because they were saying he was in a coma. Somebody was, all spread rumors from Reddit, but more likely it did come affected because of that surgery. Because it probably put stress on the heart. Yeah, half of the Legion, Demolition and Legion are still alive. Actually, the Legion of Doom both are dead. Hulk, if you remember Hulk, damn it, he committed suicide or he drug overdosed. But Animal died, I think a year or 2 years ago. I met Animal in one of the local indie shows. Animal. I met him before he died, a couple of. I don't know how he died. I can't remember how he died. But he died like a year or two ago. But Hulk died before COVID. I mean, I remember them, having a thing for him. It was I don't know. I can't remember. He drug overdose or he committed suicide. I'm not if he committed suicide because. Well, he committed. That's what they were saying. I remember they said. I think he drug overdose. What it was, but that was in 20. I don't know exactly. I know it was before COVID, so 2017, 2018, around that time. Because I remember I was still watching wrestling, every freaking day, on it when that happened. It might have been before that. I have to look. Let me see. So I can get stupid. I can get this computer working. All right, give me 1 second. I can look it up. Oh, no, I'm not the camera off. That's not going to work. You stupid. I'm getting another string. Well, we'll have to look it up later now. Look at that later. Yeah, Well, look, I'll look it on next show or next time I'll look at it. But just look it up. I think it was in a. It might have been even earlier. I remember when I was still watching wrestling too. I think it was sometime between 2014 and 2018. I would say around that time was when he passed away, and it might have been sooner. But the Animal was like a year or two ago because I seen him live at a indie show up in Melbourne. And, I think it was ARW. I think it was ARW. It was ARW or CCW. I saw it one of them. Yeah, and I said Malcolm died. That's why I said Malcolm Warren. That was the three. That was the three because they say they come in threes. Well, fours because actually fives because Jeeve said one of the famous jazz musicians died, and then also the lead singer was the Golden Earring. He died too. So that's five. Hulk had a heart attack. But it was. I think it was from. He did have a heart attack, but I think it was because it was a heart attack from drug overdose. Though. It was drug or alcohol. It was something he had it from. He had like an overdose and it caused a heart attack. So he was. They said he was in really bad shape. Well, he was really, in the drugs and alcohol. Because him and Animal sort of split up because Animal didn't want to, because he couldn't even wrestle. Well, if you remember, when they were still wrestling, they sort of split up and they were wrestling, and they even and see this thing WWE was even doing it. And he was wrestling like he was drunk half the time because they even did his, which is terrible, to if the man actually has an addiction and actually playing a storyline of his addiction on television. And that's what I remember them doing that. But Vince was really bad about doing that. He would bring out their freaking marriage and love. Yeah, how many people got divorced and cheated on each other just because of WWE storylines and all that. Families broke up because of some stuff Vince did. So it was crazy. Hell, he was cheating on his own wife there, and with half of the superstars, female superstars. So. Who knows? Crazy stuff. Yeah, like I said, it come in threes. If you remember that year Michael Jackson died, it was 2 or 3 big superstars. It was like, I can't remember who died with him, but then it was like because they're always like the third one or fourth is always bigger. They get bigger and bigger and bigger. It was like I thought after Ozzy, it's like it was weird, crazy. After Ozzy died, the next day I went and asked my mom because I was at work. And I said, "Anybody died? Who died today?" Because you're always waiting for that, that third one. Nobody. And the next morning, boom, there it was. And my son, he was upset because his birthday was Monday, and that was Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? 22nd. What day was 22nd? The day Ozzy died was his birthday, and he was upset. Tuesday. And he's like, damn it, Ozzy dies on my birthday and all that. It's like his 18th birthday. So it was sort of a shitty, way to remember your birthday. But you never know, guys. You never know. Oh. So what else is going on in the world, guys? I know we got football coming back here in a few weeks. I know everybody's excited about that. I am excited about that because my Bucks has got really good. I have no clue what's going on behind me, guys. What's up, commercial? Advertisement. Advertisement. It's Basco. Man, it's been a while, brother. I was G's in the chat. What wasn't chat? I was telling him I got to get back with you guys. I haven't seen crap, guys. I don't want to sit coming on the show as a sore funk. I hadn't seen a damn movie or show all summer. So I know they all, y'all got a lot to talk about. And I was like, shit. I was going to go the other day, and I was like, damn. I said, I'll just watch and hang out with you in the chat. I was like, damn, I hadn't seen a darn movie. I know some streamers get in there, they can lie about the whole thing, what they've seen, and all that during the show. But I was like, man, I hadn't seen that. I don't want to be like that. So, get back to the thing. But yeah, let me see. And there he is, G. I said yes. SummerSlam. I haven't. So I'm not really excited about the temperature. It's about 25 lower than it's right now. Dude, it's like 100 freaking degrees where I'm at right now. But it is hot. What is in Canada? Is it hot up there? G said it was hot up. G said it was hot up in Detroit. So Detroit ain't too far from you. I mean, it was a little bit, but it's not that far from Montreal. And y'all hot too, dude. We got a heat index like 113 the other day. And the thing is, at work, I've been having the pressure wash these last 2 weeks. So, starting work at 6, 7 in the morning, pressure washing to 3 or 4. And guess what? I by the time I get home, I take a shower and I pretty much fall. Then I can take care of my animals, just watching all the roosters and chickens and all that. By the time I'm done with that, man, I hit the bed. I hadn't even been able to. And my shoulders were killing me. So I was like, I had to skip the puppet show last night. I had told them guys I was in the bed, and it was sad, man. I was so tired. Because it's the weekend, so I've sort of been just trying to rest. I was watching the show. I fell asleep like after the first 15 minutes of the show. I was just exhausted. I gotta go back to work tomorrow and start pressure washing again. So I was just exhausted. And I was like, damn. I have to rewatch the show. So has been heat warning most of the week. That's crazy. That's what we're in. We're severe heat warning. My son is playing football, and they have to go by them heat advisories playing ball. So they had to, like, every 15 minutes they have to take a 20-minute break, water break, cool off break. They got a big old bucket, what they call it, a tub with ice in it. And some of them, if they get even a tad over here, they jump into it. It's just crazy. But we've been in these last week we were getting these flash floods, like not as bad as Texas and stuff, but I had 2 days in a row we got over 6 inches of rain, like within an hour, a couple hours. And then on top of that, and then you got heat warning, which is freaking, it's the worst, and that's making mosquitoes have come out really bad. The bugs and mosquitoes. We got a lot of standing water, which is not good because you smell. And then the other thing, they've had to watch around the coastline and the beaches around with all this stagnant water and all that. I guess we've been getting this flesh-eating bacteria, so they're telling people not to go in the water in certain places. You ain't supposed to go in the ponds and stuff anyway, but we've got 2 or 3. Even a place up there in South Carolina, close to where Danny lives, I think they had somebody die from like going in the water up there. It's that what it is when the fresh and salt water, they said that stagnant brackish water, it produces this bacteria that's a flesh-eating. If it gets on you, it can pretty much kill you if you don't get treated right away. So, yeah, water breaks. It's crazy. It's at 89, feels like 95. Well, it's like 97, 98. It feels like 120 here. That's what it does. We actually, one day last week, we were at 100, actually went up 101. We had a temperature of 101, and it felt like 130 that day. So it's 68 here. It's just extreme. And it's hurricane season, so that's nothing. We got to watch out for that crap coming up. A lot of stupid, storms coming off of Africa. I don't think there's nothing building up right now. We had that one. It came across. That's why we got all that rain last week. It came across by North Carolina, went through us, and then it went up towards Louisiana, and then went up to the mountain up there. They got a lot of rain and stuff up there, but yeah. But crazy. So so we got some people in here now. How was Fantastic Four? Was it worth it? Do you think this was the 4th time was the best time? Was the fourth time the best time, or did we need a fan force to do better? What's going on? What's going on? Life's journey. So anybody said I hadn't seen any of them, guys. It don't matter. Y'all can spoil if you don't want to. You don't have to spoil me or nothing me now because it's already been. I got a lot of catching up to do. I got a lot of catching up to do. I got to watch. I got Jurassic World. I got Four Stick, and I got not Fantastic Four, and Superman. I got to catch up. I give Fantastic 5.5. They really effed up ending. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh Lord. Hey, but yeah. I mean, say, was the ending as bad as the Silver Surfer one? When the Silver Surfer flew into the cloud. To me, that was pretty bad. The movie was great to the cloud. The only thing I don't going into this, I don't like the Silver Surfer. Why do we have to have a female Silver Surfer? Why couldn't instead of having Silver Surfer? Why couldn't it have been was it Firestar? What is the herald of like the female herald Firestar or something? But why does she have to be the Silver Surfer? You know, why do we have to change that? Well, the Silver Surfer was okay. She was okay, but girl Boston's role in the movie, let's say that. Yeah, I just like why does she have to be a? Why do we have to have a female Silver Surfer? Benchford is a superhero movie, and it is a superhero movie in the wild that I felt the fear of doom. I felt the fear of doom. Pretty bad Doctor Doom. Pretty bad Doctor Doom. Yeah, I hope that. Well, like I said, I haven't seen the spoilers yet on it, so I don't know if it's. I'm sure he is. Is Doctor Doom gonna? Did they show him at all, or they reference him, or is Ronnie Down Jr.? Well, I've heard this. Is what I've heard. I said Ronnie Down Jr. is just doing the first Doctor. He's just doing Doctor Doom and the Doomsday, and then they're going to recast him again for after Secret War. Supposedly he doesn't recast again, so we'll have another Doctor. But we're going to recast that. They're going to recast everybody, pretty much. They said. At least Fantastic Four had just yeah. Here's the thing. All right, okay, so all right. Well, this is the fourth Fantastic Four, unless you want to count cartoons. First one, nobody's seen unless you were just got that bootleg, whatever the hell. So I've never seen that. I don't know what. I mean, it looks pretty rough looking at the picture. You know, this is the poster of it. So I cannot say that one. Then you got the one with Jessica Alba and I like that one. I like that one, and I like the Silver Surfer, the sequel to the Silver Surfer. I did not like the ending. And I love the guy who played Doctor Doom. He actually, that's another guy just passed away like a week or two ago. The guy who played Doctor Doom. So I liked him as Doctor Doom. He was a good Doctor Doom. I didn't like the ending, but then we had that Fantastic movie, which they should just give the rights back to Marvel. Then they would have had. There's parts of it it's okay, but then there's some of it's like what the it's like that was a movie. To me, it's probably is equal to the Captain Marvel or Marvel. So I look at it about the same as this is trash that she never made. But Eternals also. She was good for me as a sorcerer. She had some badasses. Okay, I hadn't seen it, so it may change. I may change my mind when I see it. I might, I just going off the previews and probably the first previews, she looked rough. I mean, she looked really rough. It looked like a fucking PBS special, CGI animation when I first seen it. And I was like, what the hell? So she might be not that bad. To me, it was like, why are we doing this? But was Galactus? Did everybody enjoy? Okay, you don't want to spoil it. You have to. Was everybody satisfied with Galactus? I mean, hell, the popcorn bucket was good. So I'm assuming we get to see him. We don't get to see a cloud. I mean, so we won't. I'm assuming we actually see Galactus' face and everything. So okay, that's what I want to know. You know, you don't have to spoil it for me. I just glad it looks fucking awesome. Okay, that's all I want to know. That's all I want to know because, like I said, I hadn't seen the spoiler on it, but you know, I'm assuming if we got a big ass popcorn bucket, Poe got one. He sent me a picture of this thing, and his damn popcorn. I was like $100 and something for this damn popcorn bucket. It's a big ass fucking lights. So I was like, assuming we're gonna see his face. It ain't gonna be a big old cloud with two like little eyeballs poking out the cloud. And like, I'm Galactus. That's you know, that's all you see. I was hoping, you know, Disney just didn't slash the budget because okay, guys, we're gonna have to slash to cut the budget so we can build this fucking Cars Land in Disney World and get rid of the rivers of America. You know how Disney is. So he said Phantom is outpacing. Yeah, it is. It actually had a higher opening than Jurassic World and Superman. Well, all three of them had good openings. This had 118 million. Superman's doing good. It's just overseas. The overseas market ain't doing good. So it's doing good domestic. I mean, it's at $500 million right now. So I don't know if it'll hit the billion, but it's got $500 million. I mean, and I've heard nothing but good reviews about it. So let's see, probably overtake it at about it had a massive lead going in this week. It had what did I say? Fantastic Four is at 250 worldwide close, and it did 118. Superman only did 24. So it has a big jump from the first week. You know, it's have to see what goes on. It's got a couple more weeks for Leo Stitch hit over $1 billion. Well, Minecraft, it got at 955 million and it's dropped off. It never got the $1 billion. They took it out of the theaters. That's why I'm very surprised because that should have been $1 billion film. You get right out of the theaters right in time. Train Your Dragons is only going to have it's got 605 million. I want to see that's another one I want to see, but it didn't. I thought it would do a little more than it did. Let me see what I said. That Galactus popcorn bucket looks freaking awesome, and the fantastic car. Oh yeah, they had the car too. I forgot about the car bucket. It's awesome, but they both got it's 100 some bucks for that one, the Galactus one. Like, good lord. I hope it comes with popcorn. Free refills for them, at least get for a week. So I take that damn bucket to the theater for the whole week and fill that some bitch up. It's a big ass bucket. Now I'll be like, man, we'll fill that thing to the top. Well, extra butter, man, for $100. throw icy in there too. They at least get a free icy with it too. It's crazy shit, man. Yeah, but here's the new thing. All right, not for y'all who live in California. I know David. I know David lives in California, and whoever goes to Disneyland, the Fantastic Four is going to be. They're putting Fantastic Four in Tomorrowland. Well, they got that robot. The robot's he's touring around Tomorrowland, and they got the family walking around. Rumors. Now there's one theme park rumors. This movie is going to make a major. What do I say? It's going to be a major impact on Disneyland if it does good. If it does $1 billion, if it makes close to $1 billion or does really good, this movie it's going to be a major impact to tomorrow. If once you go to, I've never been to Disneyland, but supposedly their Tomorrowland is in freaking bad shape. I mean, ours probably it's not the greatest either, but I've heard Disneyland's is bad shape. It's all a lot of dead, broken attractions. If this one does good, what I'm hearing, see that this is what the people's been waiting for tomorrow, the new update. Tomorrowland 3.0, what do they call it? Because they've been for the last 5 years, something that's going to redo Tomorrowland over there. What I'm hearing from a couple of really good sources, if this movie does good, Fantastic Four will be a major freaking impact to Tomorrowland. They're going to have they have Adventure Camps. We're not allowed to have it here because of Universal. But over there, they can have the rights in. So they're building two major e-ticket rides over there already add to their Avenger campus. They're doing a big Thanos Avenger ride, and they're doing a Stark Lab with a coupon thing. And they already have the Tower of Terror, Guardians of the Galaxy, and the Spider-Man ride. And what I'm hearing that this thing here is what I'm hearing that they're gonna this will be it's way to Marlin shape with all the tracks and stuff. You know, if you I guess Fantastic Four, they're probably gonna put a major ride in there, and then it's gonna be futuristic Fantastic Four. You know how with the Baxter Building and all that. So that is, and then maybe another Disney futuristic movie with maybe Tron. They might add Tron in there too. Well, they have a Tron movie coming out too, so that's another ring. Tron might be. So we have Tron here in Florida, but so you're gonna have probably a Fantastic Four tomorrow. So I'm here in California. So we're looking at some recast 5G. Yeah, you're gonna have pretty much Iron Man, Captain America, probably Thor, but it's gonna be after Secret Wars. What I'm hearing, Secret Wars, we're gonna have Doomsday first. You got Doomsday, then Secret Wars. What I'm hearing, you're gonna have some major characters killed off. So after if I don't know how many, Secret Wars goes into 2 films, so I'm hearing probably 1 or 2 films because it's gonna be big. But you got the X-Men film coming too. So X-Men's got a lot of the X-Men is coming back, but then a lot of them's gonna be recasted too. So you're probably going to have a brand new slate of all characters. I'm sure they may not be after Secret Wars. Probably every Marvel character will be recast from top to bottom, all of them. Well, I mean, you already got Black Panther's going to probably get recast already. They're already talking about that. That's great. But top to bottom, probably all your characters. That's why they're bringing back. If you're hearing Secret Wars, they bring Toby's supposed to come back, Garfield's coming back, Nicolas Cage for Ghost Rider, what's the name of Daredevil? Original Daredevil. It is the name. Jennifer Lopez. I can't think its freaking name. Yeah, all the characters that that was in these whole, even the original in the Hulk movies, they're talking about bringing them because you're gonna have Hulks and all kind of different things. So they're bringing it all back. So when they have it, then it's done. Then it's gonna be fresh. So everything's gonna be new from maybe I don't even know if some of these Fantastics they'll keep them. I don't know. It may be recast again. So we'll get a brand new Iron Man. We'll get a brand new Captain America. It's gonna be like it's like a fresh restart, just like DC. It's gonna be like just like Superman. It's gonna be fresh restart. So we're going back. I don't know if it'll be intertwined. It's a little closer than stabbing. How we had Iron Man, then we had Hulk. It might be the first films, but we might have a couple of new ones together instead of having a lot of them. Separate movies, but yeah. So Iron Man will be, going to be Iron Man refreshed, and maybe when they do that, they can not make some of these mistakes they did in some of these other movies, and they did some of the characters and really screwed them up. So that means even Thanos can come back, well, a newer Thanos, and even Daredevil and Deadpool, everything. So they'll have pretty much control of all films. And pretty much what I'm hearing, and here's the thing. If Warner Brothers sells, well, because Warner Brothers is splitting up, but they're up for sale. Sony is rumored to be the buyer of Warner Brothers Studios. So they'll get, if they do it, they'll get DC and all that, which puts Spider-Man back in Marvel, because with that deal was saying there was some kind of thing in the paper because somebody went through the thing. If they buy like a competitor or something like, they buy a competitor like DC or something, they have to either sell or reinvert Spider-Man back to Marvel. So if that does happen, here's the problem. Disney Marvel will have the whole catalog complete. So that's why, if you've heard, supposedly Sony's not letting, they're going to let Disney use all the characters for different things. So I'm hearing we're going to normal Osborn and everything. They're not going to have these Craven Hunter films, or they've given up on that crap. So if they get Warner Bros., they have to give it back. So they probably already think it's going to happen. So they would, give them full control back, and then the only thing is, hopefully they don't get rid of James Gunn if he does good over there. While the Japanese want to control not only Sony but Warner Bros. If it happens, but yeah, that's the thing. See, Sony tried to buy Paramount first. They were going to buy Paramount this last time, but Paramount got bought out by Sundance or something like that. So they were going to try to buy. They were going to buy Paramount. So now Warner Bros. Is in bad shape. They're splitting up and this, which I thought Universal was going to go after Warner Bros. Because that would be the Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. Because Universal wants them IPs for them parks and stuff. So that was the thing I thought it was going to do. But maybe not. Who knows? It might be a bidding one. When Disney got Fox, Universal flopped in there and started bidding. So when they put that first bid in, Universal might pop in there and say, "Hey, we want these guys first." It would make sense. Universal would go after all them. Because they have full control of DC, and that'd be perfect for them. Because then here in Orlando we have Marvel Super Island and Universal, which they would say, "Okay, Disney, you want Marvel back? We'll give us more money like they did Hulu." And they just they'd flop DC right in there. They would easy repaint the Hulk red, with the Superman colors, and have it look like Superman flying out of the tunnel. The Hulk is now Superman. Doctor Doom, you can make that. You can make that. Lex Luthor is fearful. Yeah, I mean, you could say all kind of stuff. The Spider-Man ride, you could feed that to Batman. They could make the Batman. The Spider-Man ride could be Batman, and then they got a little spinning ride that could be anything. They could make a Green Lantern or something. And they could add another ride in there because they got room to tear out a whole theater, and they could put another roller coaster or something. They have Green Lantern, Wonder Woman. Perfect. It fit perfect. Sony isn't that the same people who brought? Yes, that is. But they want IP. So the thing is, they would give up Spider-Man, but they would gain a massive amount of stuff if they got them. Well, that's why they're not. Supposedly, Sony's not making no more of these right here. It's Craven and Madam Web. So they supposedly letting Disney control those characters. So they could put Madam Web in a Marvel or in a regular Marvel film with Spider-Man and stuff now. So they don't have to. Supposedly they're letting them have control of that. So the only thing is, if Sony needs, if they do get DC and all that, they need to we're going to let James Gunn take, especially James, if this Superman is as good as I'm hearing, and if Batman is good too, we're going to just let James Gunn control this. We own it, but we're going to give this man and say, "Hey, you take care of us, right? You are Kevin Feige and all that." And, if he controls it good, and just don't do a freaking some shit character movie. Okay, let's just do a Scarecrow movie and make it half-ass well, they did. When the Penguin show was good on one, but I'm just saying, just some odd, some shit called, let's make a Clayface movie, and make Clayface and make him like Terrifier, something stupid, and it's gonna really, make the damn film look crap. But so hopefully, if they do get it, I still think that they're gonna have a competition against Universal. If Warner Brothers, see what happened. David Zaslav, who owned Discovery, and they bought Warner Brothers. Okay, supposedly they could not do any more deals for a year and a half or something after that merger. Supposedly now that timeline is for the FCC or something. So now that timeline is just now elapsing. So they can now. They were talking about splitting the company already. They're going to make the television networks on this part, and then all the the media or the film stuff on this. So they'd be split company. And like I said, Sony's interested in this part of the company, the like WB, DC, would be Harry Potter, all the films and all the IPs and stuff. So with that said, they said Sony was interested. So now he's able to they say this part of Warner Bros. Up for sale. Who wants to buy it? Hell, Disney. I don't know if they would be allowed to with freaking antitrust. Maybe if they don't have the studios, so he couldn't own it unless he got like CNN and all that. I think that's on one side of HBO. So maybe just in the IP part they could. Maybe they could not. I don't know. Disney can say, "Hey, we're buying it." I don't know, but I don't know if you can see with owning DC and Marvel at the same time would be. I don't know if they can do that. I'm sure if they were allowed to buy DC, they would snap it up quick because I'm sure Kevin Feige said just give it to them. And we'd say, well, let's take the deal. They'd be like, let me take DC, let me take Harry Potter, let me take Lord of the Rings, let me take what else is a big one? Beetlejuice. There's a lot of horror films. Then they could, go to Universal and say, okay, Universal, we want Marvel. Well, if they want Marvel fully back, give us Marvel back. Okay, they could. Disney's not into horror or stuff like that, so they could probably say, okay, the Exorcist and all the horror films. Okay, well, give us that Marvel, that Islands of Adventure horror, where we can. And we'll give you the full rights. Let me give us that because that's worth a pretty penny because they're not going to give it up for free. And we'll give you the full control, the Exorcist, and all these horror films and stuff. I think that I'm not sure they own the Child's Play. And then they would have full control on that. See, because they have the license every time they do these Halloween Horror Nights, and they're going big on horror. And they already built one in Chicago, and they're going one in Las Vegas. Just Halloween Horror Nights, Horror on the Leash, 24, 24, not 24/7, but all year round horror event. So, and they could say, hey, all right, give us the Marvel back. We own Harry Potter now. You got to pay us royalties. They can give them, okay, some kind of deal on that. Since royalty free or something, but it'd be kind of hard because Universal could give up. They could give up Marvel back to DC and retheme that quick. It would be hard to retheme Harry Potter. They got 3 freaking Harry Potter lands, massive, built on it. It'd be kind of hard to retheme those. Easy to retheme the Marvel. So you can make that DC or make that Transformers or whatever. It's 7:45, guys. I didn't realize what time. It's only been almost an hour and a half, so I don't know how many people still left with me, but I've been talking a lot of stuff, so. All right, I'm probably gonna I'll probably get off here in a minute. I think everybody's already siesta's off. I've already bored everybody to death. But say yes. So, let me give everybody a quick little break. I ain't giving nobody a break today or nothing. So let me find something funny for everybody. Let me find something. I don't like StreamYard. StreamYard's changed everything around there. Everything's mixed up, so I can't find stuff. All right. In a minute. All right, let me give you a little Jay and Silent Bob. In a minute, I'm live. In a minute. All right, let me give everybody a little Jay and Silent Bob. Two-part thing here. So let me go through it. So y'all ain't seen this. It's funny. So
this sucks balls, man. How come we ain't getting no rides?
'Cause you're doing it all wrong. You gotta give the driver a little incentive.
Like how?
Like this.
Yeah, but what happens when they pick you up and you don't make with the head? Don't they kick your ass to the curb?
Sure, if you don't make with the head. Yeah. Hey, if it'll get me a couple 100 miles across the country, I'll take a shot in the mouth.
Yeah, but we ain't gay.
Don't be so suburban. It's the new millennium. Gay, straight, it's all the same now. There are no more lines.
Well, there's a line, and on this side of it, we ain't gay.
Hey, all the hitches do this. Why do you think people pick us up? If you get a ride, it's expected. I don't care who the driver is. It's the first rule in the book.
What book?
The unwritten book of the road. Follow the rules of the book, and you get where you're going in no time. Excuse me.
JR Trucking was here. He laughing at that one. All right, I got Jedi in the back. Let me do the second part of that little clip for you, Jay and Silent Bob people. And then I'm going to bring Jedi in. We're going to talk a little bit. He just popped in. And Jedi, thank you for coming a member. Let me give these guys the second part of that little clip. This is the part with the nun. So y'all ain't never seen this film. Y'all got to watch it.
I don't care if it rains or freezes.
You both don't have to sit back there. Why doesn't one of you come sit next to me? Where are you boys from?
New Jersey, but we're on our way to Hollywood.
Oh, Hollywood, huh? That's a long ways away.
Yeah, thank God you picked us up.
Well, do unto others. That's what the book says.
Wait a sec, you follow the book too?
I live my life by it.
You?
Of course. So, you live by the book too?
Well, you picked us up, didn't you? I gotta.
Well, that's good to hear. But it's a lot easier to say that you live by the book than to actually do it. Can you do it?
All right.
Let's see how many people out there go by the book. All right, I'm gonna bring Jedi in here right now. Let's see if he sees. There he is, the Sith Lord himself, the Dark Master.
Yeah, I was taking a bong hit and I just didn't want to do it.
That's
on
all right.
camera.
But do you go by the book?
I do sometimes. It depends on whose channel I'm on. It depends on whose channel.
I see Gab goes by the book, man. Look at him.
Did you go watch last night's show? Did you watch last night's show?
Dude, I was watching it, and that's what I was saying.
Did you see my character?
I got to rewatch it. I fell asleep, dude.
My character went crazy.
I heard that somebody wrote on there. I was like 15 minutes in the show. I don't think you were on there yet when I was watching because I
came on, but boy, I went. Oh my god, it was hilarious.
I had to take some.
I took Wolfie's ear. I had Wolfie's ear around my puppet's neck.
Did you?
Remember he was missing ear?
Yeah,
let me go get him. And
see this right here, man. Jedi. It hurt my shoulder.
I put around his neck last night.
Oh shit, man! See, like this right there. Yeah, this freaking hurts my arm. My arm is. I hurt my shoulder, and then I was like, "Damn!" That's what I wrote in there. That's what I wrote in there. I was like, "Guys, I don't know if I can do this, guy. My shoulder is killing me. Just lifting that shoulder. I can sit here and talk."
Oh yeah, yeah. You said that before we went on last night. Yeah.
I didn't know. I was like, well, I was going to ask Snow, does he want a fleshy in there? Because I said, I can't lift that arm. It freaking hurts. And, you start holding that, throwing your arm up with a puppet for 30, 40 minutes.
Coach was above me. And because I did the C word, I went crazy. because he was trying to avoid. He was trying to. Rudolph was like, he's ignoring it. He kept saying he's ignoring it, and then I finally got in the middle, and I was like, cut. And next thing you know, after that, Coach Murphy goes, "Can I drop an elbow on him?" So I laid my guy up on his back. It looked beautiful. It showed him coming down on top, and my character going like I have a little table on a pillow, so it bounces up. Oh shit! I lost my screen. What?
Oh, you're back up.
It's my computer. I hit a button. This is a big machine, and but it was crazy the way it happened. My character bounced, and then he was trying to pin me. It shows him on top of me, and then I kicked out once. It was just a riot.
I gotta rewatch it. I felt bad. I took some pain medicine. I was laying in bed, and I was.
What did you take for pain?
Next thing I just took some muscle relaxant. My wife had to be some. She had something similar to hers. I was paying to leave, but I was like, I said, let me take one of them. And next thing I woke up, it was 3:30 in the morning. I was like, well, and the phone was still going. The phone was saying, you know how it goes when you finish a screen. I was like, well, I guess I missed everything.
Oh, you missed it. It was wild. It was funny. It was all like wrestling thing. It was a big horse war with the money back and forth.
Yeah. Well, I seen that. I saw that Aggie dropped to 50. And then somebody dropped
to 200 now.
Oh, somebody dropped some more after I left? Oh, shit.
Aggie tapped out. He got pinned. It was funny. It was like
wow. Somebody had some big money because he had it almost up to $500. That was
Pearson. I think it was Pearson. Timothy Pearson kept
And I told Aggie, I said, Aggie, just save it out and freaking KO him with a $1,500. Because if he drops $1,500, that horse is gone forever.
It's gone. It's deported.
Yeah, I was telling him, I said, hey, you're dropping $100, $150.
That's a lot. You must have a lot of disposable income to be able to drop that much money some night.
Dave dropped a couple there. I was like, wow. I was like,
I ever did that shit. My wife, you see me knocking at your front door with 2 suitcases, man. You got any more? You got any room in your place for me, man?
Dropping a 50 for a damn horse, man.
Yeah. No, I try. How do you say it? I take care of the people in my circle.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, but but I hate to see the damn horse. I'm glad it's 1,500. If Snow gets 1,500, hey, that's good for him. But I'm glad it ain't something cheap because once that horse is gone, man, that's a Project Sock storyline you can't never use no more.
Project Sock's going on to the night. I was on because I go away next weekend. I'm not going to be around. It's my wedding anniversary. So that new puppet's arriving on the 1st, the end of the month. Snow knows. Ginger's got to be in on it, of course. She's got to be in on it too. She knows. She's playing it up to. I asked her, "What did you think?" I go, "Do you think this is dumb?" She started laughing. She thinks it's the greatest idea. Snow thinks it's hilarious. Shellback, no, nor does friggin' Alf.
Hey, why? Yeah. I got a surprise for the sock too. I haven't got it worked. This is another.
Rudolph. You know how Rudolph's going to be? No.
Another skeleton. It's another skeleton in the closet. He's going to.
I'm going to have to do a couple alterations on it. I'm going to add 3 little red dots in between the 2 black ones. Those are going to be elf nostrils in the 3. And I was even thinking of putting a little bit of blue in there, like maybe Snowdub Dolly got involved a bit in the mane. I'm just going to add a few things because the lady that's making this puppet, this company, whatever, where I ordered it on Etsy, she said, if I don't give you the extra large, you're going to regret it. And I said, I don't want to spend the extra money. She goes, I tell you what. She goes, since you've done business, she goes, I'm going to just give you the extra large through the text through Etsy. Oh, okay. She goes, I'm just going to, she goes, yeah, because I'd hate you to get that thing and not be happy with it. Yeah. And then she goes, so I'm just going to give you that one. She goes, and I showed her a picture of the council through the text. I go, these are the guys that I'll send more business. Well, we have a guy that makes puppets, but I mean, I'm doing this sock puppet just as a gag. Like you said, try to get a cheaper extra puppet. So I'll have 3 when Snacks finishes my other one. I'll have 3 now. I'll have Tommy. I'll have this other guy. I don't know if I'm going to rename him or do the same voice. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with it.
You can flip flop them around a little bit. Well,
I'm gonna
just like
he can be evil one week. And he can be a gangster one week. I can go back and forth.
You can come on the Friday show. You can come on the Friday show with one,
Yeah, bring a
That's
different
what,
character.
See,
on the
I
Friday
like
night.
Friday. I do Dr. Funk. That's Friday. But if you notice me on Friday,
Yeah, but I do not want to be greedy because I know that a lot of puppets. I do this to council right now, and I'm sure as I progress in the group, I just don't want to. Since I'm the newest guy, I know Jed's back and he left, so I'm still the low man on the totem pole in the council.
But Friday, he wants me. Sometimes you only get 3 people on there on Friday.
Well, when you come on next time, let me know. I'll come on with you.
Well, see, I wasn't supposed.
We can mess with this. We can have fun with.
Yeah. I'll probably be Friday because I'll probably be free Friday. But see, Friday I wasn't going to come on. Remember, I said I was going to try to come Wednesday, and I'm glad I didn't Wednesday. I was tied up.
Yeah, Wednesday night.
But Friday I had that wrestling show I went to, the wrestling show. But I got back. It snowed so late on Friday. It was late on, so I got back.
It was very late. I did not sleep till 4 a.m. that night.
Well, yeah. I figured I didn't get back to 10:30 late, and y'all.
I ended up going on Fet for Hires after. I went on Fet for a while.
Started. I was like, oh shit! So I came on. But I hurt. See, that my shoulder was hurting that day. That's why it was hurt. If you notice, Dr. Funk wasn't moving a lot. I couldn't, and I.
I could see that. Yeah,
I was hurting. I was like a couple times. I was like coming off. I
still got to set my arm thing up better. I'm getting better, but I'm not comfortable enough. I'm still not as comfortable as I want to be. I'm working on it.
If you notice me, I was not. He wasn't moving as much as normal.
No, you weren't. You guys.
I was hurting. My shoulder was.
But your character doesn't need to move a lot. You do good because they look so good, and your dialogue. But must hurt with your hands.
I had to go off air. I had to go because I started cramping in our arm.
Because your muscle, it starts tingling for me down here and under here.
What is? I shoulder's been bothering me.
Stretching out before.
We've been doing pressure washing all the last 2 weeks, and it is freaking. If you do, pressure washing sides of buildings and stuff, and it just was freaking killing me.
I need to do I just did my yard, cut my grass, and I'm trimming it because like I said, I'm cooking for my wife all day that day. I'm making a couple nice big ribeyes, gonna make a tortellini salad and some big jumbo shrimp. We're gonna we were gonna go away. We were gonna go to Port St. Lucie, get a fancy hotel, and we said if we go get the steaks and just watch SummerSlam, we were gonna do that anyways at the hotel. And I said, I'll tell you what, no council, August 2nd is all yours. I'll go do the Friday night late show and the Friday night funk. Like I said, I'll get up early. I'll get all the groceries in the morning I'll sleep in a little bit on Saturday. I'll get all the stuff to cook for you. And then Saturday night, I will not be on the council. I'm taking the night off next week. I told them council night off next Saturday.
Jed, I was asking, Vero is not too far from you, right? Taking Vero Beach?
Vero, we're about, I timed you. We're Vero Beach. Let me look this up real quick on my Google Maps real quick. Vero Beach from Titusville.
It shouldn't be too far. It shouldn't be about maybe less than an hour. What I was going to say, the show that I went to, see, I got my Hulk right here. See my Hulk right here in the background.
Just give me a sec. Yeah.
We
are 1 hour and 20 minute ride, 86 miles from you, buddy.
From Vero. Well, I live in Okeechobee, but what I was gonna tell you.
Let me check you from Okeechobee.
Probably a little bit farther. You're probably about maybe 2. The Vero's about an hour from us. What I was gonna say, the show I went to is CCW. It's independent wrestling. But Gangrel. You remember Gangrel?
Yeah, of course I remember Gangrel.
Well, he was at the
show. He was part of the Brood.
Yeah. Well, he's part of this CCW. He's one of the trainers and stuff like that. And he was over here. I was talking to him, got some pictures with him with the coach. I took the coach that went in Okeechobee because they had it in Okeechobee. It's the first time they ever come to Okeechobee. Great show. That's why it's a local. The Orioles. We have the Orioles over here, and they just had it there. There they got Payne's got to get a lower ring because the roof's a lower.
102 hours. You're 2 hours from us.
Okay. Well, Saturday they were in Vero. They just started having shows in Vero. It's at a brewery over in Vero. Well, I was going to tell you, because I know you're in wrestling. I was going to say, I didn't go to the Vero show, but they said they're going to come back in the next month or two, maybe in like September, October.
I'll see what I can do.
If they can do, I just stick. If you can just meet me there, we'll meet there in Vero, and it's right there.
I'll see if I'll see.
I have to get the date. Now I get the date.
Does your wife go watch you this.
She doesn't like wrestling. She doesn't like wrestling.
So maybe my wife they can meet up. Like we could, because we have the dog, and I wouldn't be able to just like she. Do you have like? Do you mind like if my wife came and like dropped me off and we met and she hung out with your wife and they got to meet each other?
I was gonna say I was just gonna meet you in Vera. We'll figure out something. We'll do something. We'll figure out.
Yeah,
something.
I'll try. We'll see what happens.
What I'll do is
September, right?
I don't. They haven't announced it. They said they're coming back. They just had a show yesterday. So this is one of their new venues. Like in Port St. They're having a show in like end of September. Port St. Lucie. They come to Port St. Lucie like every 3 to 4 months.
We used to we almost bought a house in Port St. Lucie.
Yeah, 3 to 4 months. So I'm assuming they'll come back to Vero within sometime between now and October. They haven't announced.
October would be the best month for me. October would be best because
that's what I'm saying. It may not be till October. And I have to. Then I gotta hope it's on a. To me, it's got to be on a Saturday because sometimes what screws me. I used to go to the Port St. Lucie shows, but they like throwing them on Friday. See, they're coming back to Okeechobee in September.
Well, if it's in October, we can make an overnight thing.
But the problem is they coming back. I told the guy. I said they got one coming back here again in September here in Okeechobee, but it's on a Friday. And it's on a home football game, so I can't go because my son's playing football, and I'm part of the team. I said, guys,
well,
can this on a
what do you
Saturday?
Want to coaches? You coach?
Yeah. Well, I help with the coach. I'm like a sub coach, but I help with him. I work at the school anyway, so I help. I'm pretty much a sub coach. I'm there. I ride with the coach, and I took the coach with. That's why I took him. But I was like, God, I told the people in the thing, I said, y'all got to do this on a Saturday here, and that's what they do to Port St. Lucie sometimes. They throw them on a Friday, and I'm like, God, I can't come because on Friday that's football game, especially during the fall, the football game night. So I got to look at it and say, when they come, it's like, as long as they ain't on a Friday. If it's on a Saturday, I'm good. It does not be on a Friday because that's a bad night to have a thing for. But we'll see. I like when they announce it, I'll let you know. And then I just figured out that you wouldn't have to drive too far, and I wouldn't. It's not too far for me either. And then we can do a show, man. And you'll love this shit. This show's.
The worst thing if by October we'd probably be able to afford to get a hotel for the night and just come out and stay overnight out there. Instead of having to do all that driving and then maybe after go get some food or something after.
Vero's beautiful. And Vero's beautiful. Vero's a beautiful area. And this is a brewery. This is a brewery place that's called Walking Tree Brewery. If you might want a chance to look it up. It's a really cool. They had an independent show there in the past. I went to a couple years ago. It's a really nice brewery, and they have inside. They put the ring in there, and the brewery's right now. You see all the barrels. It's awesome. It's awesome because they do a brewery down in Pompano. The same thing. It's called It's independent. The independent, but I'll tell you, the independent shows to me are more exciting than the WWE shows and stuff. These guys, they are good with the fans. They're good with the fans, and I know a lot of these guys. I've watched them and hang around for years. So, I hit them up on Facebook and all that. So Dan Grow, plays on.
I just got the holler from my wife. My dinner is ready, so I am going to have to bounce out.
Well, I think Snow show's on tonight, I believe.
I'm going to be watching it, and he usually goes on 9 or 10.
It might be later tonight. Said something about it might be a little later or something.
Well, whatever. You're going to come in to watch that. I'll see you.
I'll be watching.
I'll be in the chat.
I'll be in the chat.
Right.
I'll be in the chat. So it should be good. I think we got K-Log's going to be in there tonight. So
I can't wait. I've been waiting for the finale because last week, 2 weeks ago, Puff got fucked up by Gruff. He beat the shit out of Gruff. He was like, shows up at the door, and then he turns around and Gruff looks and Puff goes, what? And then the next thing you know, he just grabs the puppet and he just starts, Snow grabs it and starts beating it down. Oh, it was for Riot. He goes, take that shit. Motherfucker, take that shit.
Awesome. Yeah.
So I gotta go eat some chow.
Get some food. I'll see you in the chat, guys. Thank you for. I'm gonna get off too. It's already been on for like almost 2 hours. Guys, thank you guys for coming in. We're gonna start doing some more shows. But me and Jared are gonna get our puppet show again. I'll get my arm. I gotta get my arm ready for next week.
You gotta heal up. Heal up.
I said we gotta start doing that. I just want to at least be ready for a Friday show. If I can.
Yep.
Because I got to do a little more pressure watch tomorrow.
Friday night, if that's the case, Friday night I'll probably pop in on the funk.
Pop in, man.
I'll tell Snow since I ain't gonna make it on the council. I'll pop in on the funk show.
We'll
fuck with Wolfie.
Trust me, he'll be happy.
Wolfie.
Yeah,
We'll fuck
he'll
with
be
Wolfie
happy.
in the sock.
Yeah, he'll be happy. Just go after that sock. We got to tear up that sock.
All righty then. Catch you
All right,
later,
guys,
brother.
subscribe to Jack. Put your link in the chat for anybody.
Oh, okay. I 260. I hit 260 last
Awesome, man.
night.
We'll get up 200. Let's get up. We'll get up 200 here. This by what we got? One more week in August left.
260. I'm at.
This is the last week in August coming up, right?
Yeah.
So let's get 200 for August 1st.
I'm already
guys.
at 200. I'm at 260 right now.
260. So we need 40 more guys before Friday.
Get me the
Friday's
three.
August 1st.
The big- yeah, I'll
Do
never
it. Let's
get
get
the
it.
by
Let's
Friday,
get it.
but you never know.
Man, you never know. You never know. You never know.
I've been uploading a lot of the day this Earth stood still
You never know.
stuff.
There it is,
There
guys.
we go.
Yeah, I think Gap put it in.
Alrighty, guys.
Gap's
I'm
put
gonna. Oh, Gap got me covered.
Yeah,
Alrighty,
Gap's
guys. I'm
good
gonna
person,
bounce. I'm gonna go eat some chicken and some kidney beans and some rice.
Guys, watch Snowdive, snowdub.com. Watch him tonight. He's got this
Yep.
puffin stuff.
Puffin
the final.
stuff. Season
Awesome.
finale.
Him and the Orcs, man. I did a stream with the Orcs
Yep.
stuff. The night Ozzy died, I went on, popped on him. Me and him did a little talk for like an hour. So it was a lot of memory of Ozzy. It's been a rough week, so hopefully this week's better. Let's get
No
back
shit.
to positivity. Let's give it no positivity breaks, but positivity.
Hey, what do you mean? That was so funny last night when my character decided I just snapped. I go, and he's like, no. And then they're all blaming the sock after. And then Snow Dub typed today. It was funny. Everybody was blaming Rudolph. And Rudolph was like, I'm not the puppet you're looking for.
Oh, God.
They said I was on steroids. They all accused me of being on steroids. Someone said I was on a crack. Oh, yeah. We're going to starch that sock on Friday night. Talk to you later,
You better put an extra time pod in this.
Did you see the pod at the end where they were summoning the demons and then Rudolph came back on?
I gotta watch it. I didn't see it.
Oh,
I gotta watch it.
That is the funny.
I might have to go to Rumble. I might have to go to Rumble because I knew he takes.
Tony started reading from some book. Al
look.
brought over the Hellraiser cube, and then next thing you know, something was eating Al's brain, and then fucking Gator disappeared off the screen, and then Rudolph all of a sudden went, oh. And disappeared and then he come back on. He goes, he was inside out. It showed a white inside out sock. And Jolly's like, you got a cuckoo for us. He goes, I can't see my eyes. I can't cuckoo. But I'll be able to mess with him. Papa, you're my papa, cuckoo. I'll be able to imitate that voice to do that with the other one. It's going to be funny. Anyways, I'll catch you later. I got to go.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Peace. Guys, thank you, Jedi, for coming. Thank you, Gap, for coming. Ron. I mean, everybody else is in. I know David was here. Who else came in here? I knew we had a few others. Life's a Journey. Thank you for coming. Basco, coming. G Major, thank you for coming. And Brooke, thank you for coming. All right, guys. Let me leave y'all out with something funny or something cool. And we'll be back real soon. Let me see what I got in here. It's not going to get me dinged or not going to get me in trouble. All right. There we
Thank you! Thank you, Charles. You're beautiful! My name is Petey! Thank you! And I have gigantic balls!
Say hello to Mr. Slave.
Hi, kids.
So that's Mr. Slave, the teacher's assistant, or as I like to write for short, the teacher's ass.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, Mr. Slave, go sit until I need you.
Oh,
Dude, I think that Mr. Slave guy might be a Pakistani.